Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. A word that holds the truth and clarifies what happened in Syria specifically, in the Arab world generally, and more broadly in Islamic history. This account only seeks to clarify the truth. It does not seek to undermine anyone nor to slander anyone. It is a message written for everyone with a living heart, for everyone who has life in them, for everyone who has felt harm and injustice, and has felt doubt from the many contradictions they have seen. What happened in Syria was not a historical absurdity. It was a return to the origin of their crimes that have lasted for 1,400 years. What happened in Syria specifically was an exposure of a long series of falsification and deception. The falsification that was deferred until it was exposed in this time, the time of revelation. It exploded all at once with precise destiny. These lurkers, these obscurantists, these savages, the tyrants of the age, are not protectors of the religion. They are not callers to guidance, and they are not inheritors of a message. These are the enemies of God themselves. They are the ones who monopolized God. They are the ones who claim the religion, claim to own it, and claim the interpretations. They have turned the name of God into a tool for killing and for enmity against the homeland. They came from every nook and cranny, from the depths of falsified history, to turn Syria, the sun, into a burning fire for them before anyone else. They have turned the homeland into a liquidation ground, an embodiment of their grudges, their tyranny, and their injustice. They were the enemies of humanity without values and without principles. Only pretense, only arrogance, only a false ego. The facts we reveal today are not sedition. It is not a departure from the religion. It is not a call for one doctrine at the expense of another. It is not to undermine a specific group. Those who claim the Sunnah are the furthest from the Sunnah. Those who claim the religion are the furthest from the religion. They call for patriotism, yet they are the furthest thing from the homeland. There must be a greater jihad, a struggle we wage against their injustice. The greater jihad is putting lies on trial when they are presented as sacred. It is exposing bigotry when it recites a text with a false ego, with pride and arrogance. The greater jihad is exposing the devil enthroned upon their hearts in the darkness of ignorance, exposing their devil and the Satan who speaks in the name of God. For example, when they use Quranic verses with phrases like the Jews and the Christians as a slogan for hatred and incitement. This is not an understanding of religion. It is an internal projection, turning the text into a weapon, a projection of the extremism that is within themselves. The Quranic verses have been burdened with profound and significant meanings that can only be truly perceived by one whose heart is pure. So how can these people understand that what is meant by some phrases like the Jews and the Christians is the extremism that rages within them and not the Abrahamic religions at all? And they have generalized this to the rest of the verses as well. The Quran has been stripped of its true meaning by their extremist and hateful interpretations. And crowds were gathered, intrigues were plotted, and forged hadiths were used in order to distort the image of Islam. What we see today is a return to the start. What we see is exactly what has happened throughout history. We see with our own eyes the injustice of the oppressors and the killings in Suwaida and the coast in Aleppo and Homs. All this injustice that is taking place in all of Syria's arenas. Why is it appearing now? It appears so we can see with our own eyes how lies, forgery, and fabrication happen in the name of religion. This is not a call for hatred. This is an indictment. This is a trial for everything they have done over this long period of time. Whoever fears these words should know that they do not fear for religion, because religion is innocent of them. They only fear for the satanic authority that dominates the people. The truth can never fear the light, and here is falsehood trembling before the revelation of the facts. This is Syria, the land of the sun, and this is the time of reckoning. And this is the resurrection of the truth. And this is the resurrection of a phoenix from the ashes of ignorance. For whoever cannot bear the truth today, it is impossible for them to have a seat of truth with a mighty king. His feet cannot step into the paradise of knowledge. And peace be upon you, and God's mercy and blessings.